Good evening, dear students.
Good evening.
How are you tonight?
Good.
Good, good. Okay,
Very
Good, thank you.
today we will have two very interesting readings. Okay, the first one is about the Northern Lights. Let me share my screen. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, the first reading is this. Okay, the marvels of the Northern Lights. Okay, do you know something about this, about the Northern Lights?
Yeah, I have seen it in a movie.
Oh, that's nice. I mean,
Yeah. And some people.
oh, Tatiana said, oh, you've seen it in pictures. Okay, what about you, Fernando?
I don't know.
You don't know about this topic? You
No.
don't know about Northern Lights? Okay, no problem. Okay, and the second reading, look, is is this it's about the social media.
Mhm.
What do you know about this topic? Can you tell me some cons and pros about this, about the use of social media on our daily lives nowadays? Let's start
Oh,
with Tatiana. Tatiana is gonna tell us some disadvantages, and Amy is gonna tell us some advantages. Okay?
okay.
Let's start with Tatiana.
Oh,
Tell me some disadvantages about the use of social media.
the,
Tatiana, wait, I cannot, we cannot hear you.
why? Y
I can,
ahora?
yes, I can hear you now.
So I was saying that one of the disadvantages of social media will be people spending way too much time on it, that they might leave their responsibilities behind, so they might not do the things they are supposed to do because you're spending way too much time, and it can also be very toxic. um Depending on the pages you're following, sometimes, you know, social media is, it's not real, and sometimes people might be
Mm,
trying to compare themselves with people they see in social media, and they might have people on social media might portray higher standards, but they are not really true, so people start, you know,
so you mean it's dangerous?
it's very
It's a
negative, it's
fake
very toxic.
fake people sometimes, you know.
Yeah, it is very toxic.
Okay. What about you, Amy? Tell us some advantages.
It's since social media is global, it's around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it connects the users globally, so we can share information and ideas through social media. So it makes us communicate to other people, to the users, easier and faster. Just one click, there you can see those posts, those videos, those pictures, and it's one way of sharing your ideas and some information.
Okay. What about you, Fernando? How much time do you spend on social media per day? Do you have an idea? How many
Yeah.
how many hours?
Maybe 2 or 3 hours.
2 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's read about the marvels of the Northern Lights. Okay. I'm gonna start reading. Pay attention. Okay. The Northern Lights, a mesmerizing display, also known as the Aurora Borealis, is a celestial masterpiece that paints the polar skies with ethereal hues. This reading takes a captivating journey into the scientific intricacies that underpin this enchanting phenomenon, unraveling the mysteries of how charged particles in the Earth's magnetic field collaborate to create a dazzling spectacle. Students in their exploration will not only uncover the scientific phenomena that give rise to the Northern Lights, but also delve into the profound cultural significance they hold for communities in the Arctic regions. Tatiana, can you help me with the next paragraph?
Yeah. It is at the heart of this celestial ballet is the interaction between charged particles from the sun, primarily electrons and protons, in the Earth's magnetic field. As these charged particles collide with the atmospheric gases such as nitrogen and oxygen, they emit radiant energy in the form of vibrant colors. The dance of these particles are orchestrated by Earth's magnetic forces transforms the polar night into canvas of shimmering lights, casting a otherworldly glow across the horizon.
Horizon, huh?
Horizon.
Okay. Fernando, can you help me with this? The palette of colors?
Okay. The palette of color that raises the northern lights is diverse, mesmerized shades of
Horizon.
green,
Uy,
pink,
pahinay. Patayin tayo.
violet,
Pahina.
and even red come to life in a cosmic ballet that captivates onlookers.
Onlookers.
The varying colors are testament to the type of gas particles involved in the collision. Each contributing is unique due to the celestial display. Students will explore the interplay of the colors and the atmospheric conditions that influence the intents and patterns of the Netherlands.
Okay, Amy, can you continue with the next paragraph? Beyond the scientific.
Beyond the scientific marvel, the Northern Lights bear profound cultural significance for the indigenous communities residing in the Arctic regions. For them, the dancing lights are not merely a celestial display, but the manifestation of spiritual forces and ancestral energies. Various indigenous cultures have rich folklore and traditions woven around the Northern Lights, attributing them to the spirits of ancestors or celestial deities. The lights often play a central role in cultural narratives, reflecting the deep connection between these communities and the natural world.
Okay, in conclusion, the Northern Lights stand as a testament to the wondrous interplay of science and nature, creating a celestial spectacle that transcends the boundaries of the Earth's atmosphere. Students in their exploration will witness the convergence of scientific phenomena and cultural richness, gaining a deeper appreciation for the marvels that grace the polar skies and the cultural tapestry they wave for communities in the Arctic regions. Okay, so what do you think? Interesting?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, now let's try to answer some questions, okay, related to the reading. Oh, no, it's not here. Here. Okay, let's try answering these questions, okay? The first question says, how does the reading highlight the scientific aspects of the Northern Lights, and in what ways does it mention the cultural significance of this celestial phenomenon? Does anyone have an idea?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, Amy?
So scientifically, in science, it says that the charged particles, specifically the electrons and protons, collide with the gases, the nitrogen and the oxygen, and then the energy that it emits becomes the vibrant colors of the northern lights. And its cultural significance, on the other hand, is that the lights are like manifestations of the belief of the people, the indigenous people in the Arctic region, that they believe that these dancing lights are like spirits of their, maybe their ancestors. That's the cultural side of the northern lights.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'm not sure.
Okay, no problem. It's fine. What about you, Fernando?
No.
Difficult question?
Yeah, very difficult.
No, no, stop.
Okay.
No,
The next one, in the context
mo.
of the Northern Lights,
Buksan mo.
what cultural traditions and folklore are mentioned in the reading, particularly concerning communities in the Arctic regions?
It wasn't the indigenous culture that they will do these dancing lights with the purpose of, like MSI connecting with their ancestors, and it gives them like this kind of energy. So yeah, something like that.
It's like
So
it says it says a manifestation of spiritual forces. So meaning, if the lights are dancing, it's like maybe the souls or the spirits of their ancestors are there dancing like that.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
the
communicating
cultural thing. Yeah. Uh-huh.
also, do you think those
The
are
spiritual
traditions?
forces.
Something like traditions? What do you
Yeah,
call it?
that's their beliefs and traditions. Yes, that's their
Okay.
belief. Yeah.
How do the varying colors of the Northern Lights contribute to their cultural significance? And are there specific meanings associated with different colors in the indigenous cultures mentioned in the reading?
The colors,
Yeah, it says, are there specific meanings associated with the
I thought it
different
was only
colors?
green.
Excuse me?
I thought it was only green color. I don't
yeah,
know.
there's green. Says there's green, pink,
I've
red,
never seen a pink, but only green. So,
violet. Yeah, different colors, and these are bright colors.
yeah, it must be cool to watch it.
Yeah, it says, okay.
I'm not sure about the meanings, but
I will
I
say
don't know.
I don't think, well, for the cultural part, I will say they might have a different meaning for different colors, but
Yeah.
in the scientific part, I will say the color definitely depends on the gases and whatever being
Yeah,
studied.
Oh,
scientific.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so
Maybe if it's
you mean
maybe the pink, maybe the pink color signifies their ancestors who died a young age, female ancestors maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know
might be
because it's
because
pink.
it doesn't
It's
mention
pink.
that on the
So you mean
doesn't
cultures doesn't
Yeah.
have, so you mean cultures don't have to do nothing with the colors? Something like that, or because
no, they do not have anything to
I
do with it.
think
They might put it a
I,
meaning on colors, but doesn't mean
yeah.
that it's exactly
okay.
what's
That's it. Yeah, that's the scientific side, right? That's
the
right. That's right. Shana is right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Maybe the
Okay, and considering the profound connection between the Northern Lights and spirituality in indigenous communities, how might this celestial display influence the cultural identity, identity and practices of these communities? How might this celestial display influence the cultural identity and practices of these communities?
I think
Any
just like
idea?
I think just like we were saying, like sometimes they do might find it that the colors might mean something, but that's
Mm.
their definition or these colors. So it's basically them giving any meaning to
Oh,
the
they
colors.
so they
by
And I
associate the
think,
colors.
yeah,
They
erasing-
associate the colors with the traditions, right?
yeah,
It's
it's
a
yes.
putting
okay.
And I think, mm-hmm.
putting
And
their
I
belief
think,
on the northern lights.
yeah, and I think because of these dancing lights, as they call it, the northern lights, you see them in movies, you read them in news. So we are aware of this, of the people, of the indigenous people's beliefs because of the northern lights. See, I didn't even know that they have beliefs. I mean, yeah, because I think it's like it's only scientific reasoning that
Mhm.
these northern
Mm,
lights exist. But no, it's
okay.
only now that I learned that it has a cultural meaning. See?
Yeah,
I
something that
At
understand.
first, because
yeah,
at first you will think that, oh, this is because of science. See?
It
This
was just
colors
a
is because
natural.
of science.
So
Yeah. And then
you thought it was just
mhm,
a natural phenomenon,
natural
but
phenomenon.
this yeah,
yeah,
but
Correct,
but
correct.
look,
Yeah, but it has a cultural meaning. Those lights
it
has a
has a
cultural
cultural meaning.
meaning.
Yes,
And these indigenous communities uh, um, base
interesting.
the base these northern lights on their beliefs. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
only, it's only now I learned about this. So it's interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Now
I think same. I think it
Mhm.
depends more on belief.
on beliefs. Oh, he's
Yeah.
right. Fernandez
100%
right.
belief.
it
Mm-hmm.
is because the colors it basically for to them it might mean some beliefs about this. I don't know. It's a way of connecting with your ancestors, but to me, it means nothing. So
Oh yeah, you're right.
it definitely depends on culture.
Mm.
Or maybe it's because also because they live close to they are
They,
from yes, they live in
hmm
Yeah,
the
they
north.
because they
Maybe
live
they
from in
live in the
that
north.
place.
Yes,
That's why.
yes. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes,
Mhm.
that's
Yes,
why.
those people, the indigenous communities, of course, will base those northern lights on their culture, on their beliefs, and not science.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
so because they live.
those who study the northern lights, those people from, of course, from developed places will
On the
I
next.
mean will do the research scientifically. But those people who live in that place, sees it as, cultural thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
cultural influences.
they associate their cultures
Think
with
God
these
Yeah,
lights, with these
they
colors.
associate it with their culture. Yes.
And the last question says, in what ways do the Northern Lights contribute to a sense of community and shared identity among people residing in the Arctic regions, as mentioned in the reading? One more time, in what ways do the Northern Lights contribute to a sense of community and shared identity among people residing in the Arctic regions, as mentioned in the reading?
Mm,
What ways?
I because like for example, say whenever the Netherlands appear, it's like a moment of celebration. So that means the whole community gathers together to celebrate. So that's kind of like showing the set of the community, like what do they do whenever the Netherlands come. So they're basically connecting with the whole community whenever that happens. So
Yeah,
Mm,
it's like celebrating birthday when you have your birthday or fiesta. See, so people gather together for
Mhm.
one. Yeah, people gather together. They
And that
communicate.
makes it special.
Yeah, they celebrate. Yes, that's they share their happiness with each other through this Northern Lights thing.
it's a
Yeah.
tradition, yes. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now let's read the next. We have another reading about the social media. Let's read about the social media. Okay, the impact of social media on society. In the digital age, social media has burgeoned into an inseparable facet of contemporary society, profoundly influencing how individuals communicate, access information, and establish connections. This reading delves into the intricate web of consequences that the omnipresence of social media waves, examining its multifaceted impact on individuals and society as a whole, from fostering global connections to grappling with the perils of misinformation and the nuanced landscape of digital well-being. Students are invited to engage in a critical analysis of the profound effects unleashed by this technological phenomenon. Tatiana, can you please help me with this paragraph?
At its core, social media serves as a global platform that transcends geographical boundaries, enabling individuals to forge connections, share experiences, and engage in conversations on an unprecedented scale. The reading explores how social media has catalyzed the democratization of information, allowing voices from diverse corners of the world to be heard and facilitating a global discourse on issues ranging from social justice to environmental concerns.
Fernando, however,
However, this interconnectedness also universe challenge with misinformation and fake news emerging as potent adversaries. The reading navigates the murky waters of online information dissemination, where the rapid spread of unverified
unverified.
content can influence public opinion and erode the foundations of trust.
Mhm.
Students will
Scrutinize.
scrutinize the implication of misinformation, of societal beliefs,
Right.
political landscapes, and very fabric of shared reality.
Reality. Amy, beyond the
Sorry. Oh my God, I lost it. Wait. Sorry. Okay.
that's fine.
Beyond the realm of information, the reading delves into the intricate dance between social media and mental well being. The constant influx of curated content, comparisons, and the pressure to present an idealized version of one's life can have profound effects on the mental health of individuals. Students will explore the delicate balance between the positive aspects of social connection and the potential pitfalls of digital platforms, shedding light on the importance of fostering a healthy digital environment.
Thank you, Amy. Moreover, the reading prompts an examination of how social media has transformed traditional modes of communication and interpersonal relationships. From the immediacy of updates to the curated nature of profiles, students will explore how these platforms influence the dynamics of friendship, self expression, and identity formation. Tatiana, in conclusion,
So, in conclusion, the impact of social media on society is a dynamic tapestry woven with threads of connection, information, and challenges. This reading invites students to critically engage um, with the complexities of this digital landscape, recognizing both its transformative potential and the responsibility it places on individuals and society to navigate the evolving terrain of the social media era.
thank you very much. So now we're going to answer some questions, okay? related to this reading. We have 5 questions right here. All right. Fernando, can you help me reading the first question? How?
Yeah.
Thank you.
In the readings about the impact of social media on
No,
social.
wait, Fernando, wait. Hold on. This one. The first question. How do you think?
How do you think?
How do you think social media?
I know. Okay. How do you think social media has transformed the way we communicate with each other compared to traditional means, and what adventure or disadvantage do you see,
Disadvantages see in this shift?
in this shift?
It says, how do you think social media has transformed the way we communicate with each other compared to traditional methods? And what advantages or disadvantages do you see in this shift?
I will say it it provides us with a faster communication with people because usually um I will say in the past people will write letters, and sometimes letters do take so much time to getting wherever they need to be. However, with social media, it is very easier and faster for us to communicate with anyone around the world. So it gives us that facility to do that. So
Facilities, yes, facilities. Different, right? What do you think, Amy?
Yeah, Tishana is right. So communication becomes faster and more reliable in the sense that you can even see the person itself who's using it, the user, through posts like videos and pictures. And since it's fast in the sense that, say, for example, Facebook, Instagram, you just have to click and post it, and then anybody who's using it, friends or publicly, they can see it.
Okay.
It makes
Fernando,
it easier. Yeah, it
yeah,
makes it
easy, right?
easier and faster. Easy.
Fernando, do you think the communication that we have now is better than the communication we had in the past? Is better, es mejor?
Yeah, I think it's good for communication.
It's better. Mejor.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's better than before. Okay. And in the reading, the impact of misinformation on social media is discussed. How do you navigate and verify information encountered on social media platforms? And do you think there are effective ways to combat the spread of misinformation? Do you think there's a way to do it?
I will say there is, but it depends though. It depends on the person, because there's gonna be a lot of misinformation around social media that you sometimes the only way to not accept that kind of misinformation is you learning more.
So it depends on
It
on the user, right?
depends.
Exactly. It depends on the user because
100%.
he or she will be the one posting, and he should be responsible for any post that or any information he will post in the social media, because there are a lot of fake news nowadays. So yeah, so
What
anything that you post, yeah, you share, it should be the truth. You see, and then there's such thing as was that cybercrime, that when you give false information with regarding another person,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they can charge you that one. Yeah,
Is dangerous. So
so you should be
that's a
very responsible. Yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what about it says the reading highlights the influence of social media on mental well-being. How do you personally manage the potential pressures and negative impacts that social media can have on mental health? And what strategies do you think individuals and platforms could implement to foster a more positive digital environment?
It's sad to say that social media is being used as, I mean, negatively. So if you are angry with another person, so you can just post on Facebook or in Instagram what you feel. And it's not only the person that you are angry at who can read that one. All your friends, and even if it's public, everyone can see it. So it's really mentally
Mental health.
stressing. Yeah, it's mentally stressing. Say, yeah, you cannot what do you call this? You cannot avoid that one.
It,
So you should be
it
friends with you should be friends with you
So
know you should be
yeah,
friends
well,
with the
what do you
with
think,
that
Tatiana?
I will say it depends because sometimes social media are full of fake. I would say fake people trying to portray something that they are really not.
they're not
So
they're
sometimes
not yeah.
Mm,
people, it's like unrealistic expectations, and people might think, oh, let's say for example, a girl going to the gym and showing this kind of body that is totally not
I
her,
know.
using Photoshop, and then a
Yeah.
person come and be like, oh, I want to have that body too, but that's
Uh-huh.
just unrealistic. And this person, um this user is spreading some fake, I would say body, I don't know, body images, and
Oh,
is trying to,
you mean another person? Another person took the picture and
it's,
then he posted it. Yes.
oh well,
Yes.
this, there's a lot of, you know, concerns about people comparing themselves with a body they see on Instagram, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes that's not really true. It can be even Photoshop, and they might think, oh, that's a nice body, I want to have something like that, and so they start comparing themselves with their unrealistic body that doesn't even exist, and so that them to lower like their self-esteem,
fake
and you know,
identities.
happiness, low self-esteem,
Okay.
and your mental health has been affected. So
Yeah, it
oh, hot
affects
people,
Yeah,
in
hot
it
people
really will affect you.
yeah, so yeah,
Yeah, some people,
yes.
because some people take it negatively, some people can take it positively. So it
Yeah.
depends on how you
you take.
accept and you take it.
Yes.
Yes.
I have
So
another question. I have another question. In the readings about the impact of social media on society and the marvels of the Northern Lights, how might the cultural significance of the Northern Lights be influenced or shaped by social media's ability to disseminate information and stories across the globe?
I
As
will
what
say
I've oh, okay, go
no.
ahead.
I mean, just like Emmy said, sometimes these people don't really know about the scientific part of the Northern Lights, so they might think that,
Mhm.
for example, they have their God, and they might be thinking that is their God doing that, is their ancestor
Mhm.
doing that, so they might think, oh, this is
Exactly.
not about scientific. So let's say they encounter themselves with this information saying that the Northern Lights are basically just gases and oxygen, and they might refuse
Mhm.
to believe that because it's not what
Mhm.
you believe. So they might think that it's kind of like misinformation.
Yes, they
Mhm.
And
post that. Oh, okay.
yeah, that comes
Yeah.
around between
Yeah,
them.
because it's scientifically correct to people not living in that place, because as I've said a while back, those indigenous people, indigenous communities believe it otherwise. I mean, they're in the cultural side, their beliefs and their traditions.
Yeah,
So through social media, we can disseminate the information not only scientifically, but let people understand that this Northern Light has a cultural sense. See, through social media, so people will be able to understand, people all over the world will understand that it has a cultural significance, not only scientific, through social media. Mhm.
there are also
Because
many.
it will spread easily.
There are
Yeah.
also many opinions also, right, in social media. It's not like Tatiana was saying. It's not
So
scientifically correct. Yeah. Okay, now this question. Listen, since we're running out of time, Listen, the reading on social media discusses challenges such as misinformation. How might the cultural significance of the Northern Lights be affected by the spread of inaccurate
Digital.
information on social media? And what role does digital literacy play in preserving the authenticity of cultural narratives? What do you think?
As I've said a while back, people doesn't have the same perception. See,
Mhm.
see, as a if you read all these northern lights are like colliding gases and like that because it's because of science. That's
Yes.
why
Now,
we have this.
let me ask Fernando now. Fernando, now you know about the Northern Lights. So what do you think about Northern Lights? Now you said you don't know. Fernando said I don't know anything about it, but now you know something. You have some information here.
Uh,
No,
no.
you didn't pay attention to the
Yeah.
reading.
Yeah.
It says that Tatiana, can you help him a little bit?
In
What can
English,
you say?
Spanish.
English?
um. So what I understand from Northern Lights is basically it transcends some light on the sky, depending
Sky.
on, yeah, it can be whatever color. It's mostly green, and some people, especially that indigenous people, might see that as a tradition,
Okay.
as a way to connect it with ancestors. Other might just
Thank you,
look at
Tatiana. I'm so
scientific.
sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you. So we're running out of time. I think we have 1 minute or less. Okay. Okay, dear students. Thank you so much. So see you. I'll see you in the next class. Okay. On the next,
Okay, thank you.
we have two readings left. Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Good
much.
night,
Okay.
everybody.
Good night. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Mm.
Good night.
Bye. Bye. Good night.
Bye bye.